Hi boys and girls, how are you today? Today I wanted to read you a story called Giraffes. And what I know about giraffes is they are definitely savanna, grassland, or African animals. And I can also find them at the Oakland Zoo. So I have a little bit of schema about them. How about you? What do you know before we start reading? And what questions might you have before we start reading? Think of a few and then we'll get started. As we read, see if you can find 4 or 5 finger facts that you learn about giraffes. Giraffes by Laura Marsh. Cover. Here's my title page. Giraffes. And here it's a table of content. My table of content, I know that this is a non-fiction book. So if I really wanted just to find out about mealtime for giraffes, I would go to page, you got it, page 12. Or if I wanted to find out about how they have nap time, I would go to page 28. But we're going to read all the way through the story. Guess who? What do you call an animal so tall it reaches the treetops with no help at all? That's a big clue. Do you want to guess who? A giraffe. Did you also hear those rhyming words? I did. Big bodies. Did you know that giraffes are the tallest animals on land? That means all of the habitats we've studied, this animal is the tallest out of all the animals. Their legs are as tall as a grown man. You see him standing here? Their necks are just as tall. And if you add in their bodies, that means giraffes can be 14 to 19 feet tall. Giraffes are much taller than other animals. Giraffes have spots. Their spots can be light brown or tan. They can also be brown or almost black. Do you see the different patterns that giraffes can be? All of these are giraffes with different spot patterns. Each giraffe has a pattern of spots, but there are no two giraffes that have the same pattern. That's how you could tell them apart. A pattern is a collection of shape that makes a design. Now, it reminds me, my connection is that I know that I have a fingerprint, and my fingerprint is not like anybody else's. So just like giraffes, they have their own pattern spots. I have a fingerprint that's different from anybody else that I know. Giraffes at home. Here you can see the grassland and the savannas. A herd of giraffes walks in the African plains. Giraffes live where it's hot and dry. They live in the plains in Africa. Giraffes stay together in a group. The group is called a herd, and a herd usually has 6 to 12 giraffes. And I talked about this word plains. See how it's flat? This says that a plain, an area of land that is flat and wide with very few trees. Mealtime. For giraffes, it's always mealtime. They eat 16 to 20 hours every day. That means they eat lots and lots of leaves. These giraffes have stopped to eat from an acacia tree. So these tall trees are perfect for these giraffes' adaptation. They are so tall, only giraffes can reach them. Most of the leaves are from acacia trees. See how he's munching on those? Yummy, yummy. A giraffe's body helps to get the food. A long neck helps a giraffe get sleeves that are way up tall, and a long tongue and wide lips grab the leaves. These body parts work together to reach around the thorn. See how he's grabbing this leaf with his tongue? That is his adaptation to get some food. A giraffe can reach leaves that other animals cannot get. A giraffe's body can also get in the way. Giraffes have to bend way down to get a drink. But the acacia leaves they eat have lots of water in them, so giraffes only need to drink every few days. Right here, there's a little bit of a riddle. Why do giraffes have long necks? What do you think? It's kind of silly, but they said because their feet smell. That's why they have long necks. They don't have to smell their stinky feet. I don't think that's really true. I think it was a riddle. 6 fun facts about giraffes. Number 1, a giraffe's tongue is blue, black, back up from the pink on the back. A dark color helps keep the tongue from getting sunburn. So the bottom side is pink and the top part it said is blue. And the reason it's blue is it's a dark color so that his tongue won't get a sunburn because he's always sticking his tongue out all day to eat. That's a really good adaptation, isn't it? A baby giraffe can run a few hours after it's born. My connection is my babies didn't run until they were 12 months old or a year. So they were not like giraffes. Giraffes get up and go. Number 3, male giraffes are called bulls. Female giraffes are called cows. A large male giraffe can weigh 3,000 pounds. Number 5 fun fact, if a giraffe eats a thorn, you don't have to worry. Giraffes have thick saliva or spit that will coat any thorn that are eaten, so it will not hurt them. That is another good adaptation. A giraffe has 2 horns on their head. Males use them to fight with other males. Another good adaptation. Big babies. Some big animals have small babies, but not giraffes. They are big animals that have big babies. A baby giraffe weighs 100 to 150 pounds when it's born. It is called a calf. So here it says, at birth, a calf weighs as much as an adult woman. Wow, that's as much as me. So they are big. Young giraffes stay with other calves during the day. A mother in the herd babysits them. This helps keep the calf safe. The other adults leave to look for food. Wow, it's kind of a connection. When my babies were young, I would leave them with people to watch them while I went to work. So these guys leave their babies with other mommies to be safe, just like I left my babies to be safe. They work together to survive. On the lookout. An adult giraffe also looks out for each other. They watch for predators. Who do you think the predator in this picture is? You're right, it's this crocodile. So, if a giraffe sees a predator, it snorts. And the snort will warn the herd to run, run, run. Danger's nearby. Giraffes can run very fast for a short time. This helps them get away. Ooh, look at right here, he's using protection. It says the hooves can keep a lion away. They can use their hooves to kick. A predator too. Hooves, a hard covering on the feet of some animals. Now my connection is that I know that cows and horses have hooves, so I'm wondering they must use their hooves to protect themselves too. Nap time. All that watching and eating doesn't leave much time for sleep. Luckily, giraffes need less than 3 hours of sleep every day. My goodness, I think you get probably 6 to 8 to 10 hours of sleep. These guys only get 3. They usually nap standing up, but not always. This guy's laying down. What in the world? These pictures are close-up views of things in a giraffe's world. Use the hints to figure out what's in the picture. The answers are at the top of page 31. So here's your choices. You have spots, tongue, leaves, horns, hooves, and planes. So if you look here, which word do you think that is? The hint is they can use it to kick. You're right, those are the hooves. Number 2. Hint, a giraffe's home is here. You're right, it's in the savannas, but they also call it the plains. Number 3, look at these. What do they look like? Giraffes eat a lot of them. Wow, you guys are so smart. You're right again. It's leaves, and their favorite leaves comes from an acacia tree. Number 4. These Make a pattern. What are those? Right again, a giraffe's spots. Number 5, a giraffe has one that is long and dark on the top, but pink on the bottom. Do you remember what's dark on the top? It helps them not get sunburn. That is correct. Their long tongue is a dark blue. Some people even say it might be purplish. Number 6, a giraffe's head has 2. Do you see them right here? 1, 2. Yes, those are their horns. Those were also lots of adaptations for giraffes in order for them to help survive in this savanna habitat. Oh, hooves. The hard covering on a feet of some animals. Pattern, a collection of shapes that make a design. Plains, an area of land that is flat and wide with few trees. And a predator. He looks mean. An animal that hunts other animals for food. So boys and girls, as I close my book, I have to go back to my thinking at the beginning. I asked you to try to think of 4 or 5 facts or learning that you learned about giraffes. Did you come up with 4 or 5 finger facts? Okay, hold them tight. And when we say goodbye, I want you to find someone at home to go tell. Go tell someone at home what you learned about giraffe. They're going to think you are so brilliant and smart. Go on, go and teach someone at home what you learned about those giraffes. And I will talk to you soon. Okay, boys and girls, bye for now.